Yes, guys, big up, everyone. Welcome in to everybody. Hope you're all doing well. How is everyone? Hope we're good. Hope we're good. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Whew. Sorry, I had to run downstairs to get a drink while the intro was on. Now I'm knackered. I ain't gonna lie. Big up, Michael, my man, becoming a member to the channel. Much appreciated, my man, Michael, in the chat. Big up, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Hope you're all doing good. Oh, I'm knackered. Literally just run downstairs. Oh my word. Um, yes, so some Liverpool news to bring you this afternoon. So, guys, the plan this evening is nice little video here on YouTube, and then at 10:30 tonight, it's the Vibes with Coppice show on my Big Up channel. So plenty of stuff going on. I know Matt's live doing a Big Up show right now. With doing a watch on for the Man City game. But yeah, we'll be live on Big Up at 10:30 with the Coppish boys, doing vibes with Coppish. So make sure you're tuning into that, where we're going to have a lot of discussions on the talking points that we're going to be talking about here. But this is just a nice little video for you guys as well, going through the main stories of the day. Before we do start, though, make sure you're hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, and all that beautiful stuff. So for a happy haircut day, big up, man. Like, yeah, I had to go out this evening, man, and get an haircut. I was on Dan Potts' show on this afternoon, and I was watching a video back, and I was like, oh my god, my hair is so long. So I went and quickly got it cut this evening. Rushing around, man, rushing around. But big up, man, big up. Hennessy in the house as well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, big up to everyone here, though. Much love for everyone being here. I do appreciate it. All right. So things to talk about today. Right. I just want to tell you on Monday afternoon, there's going to be a special show on the channel. So it's going to be me and Dan Potts going one-on-one about Liverpool and Arsenal for next season. So yeah, that's a special show for you guys on Monday afternoon, I believe. Around 4 o'clock. I think it's around. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me have a look what Dan said here. Let me have a look. Yeah, I think we let me have a look. Yeah, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on Monday, guys. Me and Dan Potts on the channel. Special show just for you guys. It should be a good one. We're going to be talking about Liverpool and Arsenal for next season, what we transfer windows, all that sort of stuff. So that should be a good show. From next season as well, I'm going to be doing Liverpool watch-alongs. It's something I want to really get back into. It was hard for me to do it last season just because of my setup and everything like that. But my setup's easier to go now, where I've got my setup now in a different room. It's a lot easier. So yeah, I will be doing a lot more Liverpool watch-alongs next season. I'm going to be doing all the watch-alongs for pre-season as well, and they're all happening on my YouTube channel. Also coming from next season as well is, so if people watch me on Big Up, everyone who knows me on Big Up knows that I do the Italian weekends. I do Italian football on my Big Up channel. I do the watch-alongs over there. Well, from next season, I'll be doing the Italian games on my YouTube channel. So on my YouTube channel from next season will be Liverpool watch-alongs and the Italian watch-alongs as well. We'll be down Sierra all next season as well. So yeah, that's what's coming next season on the channel. Monday, all starting from Monday, me and Dan Potts together one-on-one, and then pre-season will be starting quite shortly as well. So thought I'd just let you know what's going on, and yeah, we'll carry on from there. Jamie, Newcastle spending 130 million on Trafford, Alanga, João Pedro. Wants Simmons and Nusa as well. Yeah, they're offsetting that. It's got to be offset. It's got to be offset, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Tony, you had your Barney cut. I literally had it cut about, an hour and a half ago. I got it done quick. Quick. Big up KT in the chat. Big up Alexander in the chat. Big up my man Andrew Quinn in the chat. We chat football in the chat. Big up, man. Appreciate the love. So I just wanted to let you guys know all that, what's happening and where and what. And my big up channel is going to be for next season and from now. Obviously, from tonight, Vibes with Coppish. Big up on my big up channel tonight. Bigup.com/James Phillips Football Chats. Vibes with Coppish show. Only place you can watch that. Every Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. Also, over on Big Up, we'll be doing match highlights for. We're going to be doing match highlights for every single Liverpool game, 24 hours after the game. So 24 hours after every single Liverpool game, we get all the match highlights for that game on Big Up. So I'll be doing a highlight show and reaction show 24 hours after every Liverpool game on Big Up as well. So it's going to be a great schedule. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get like a board here that gives you the schedule so you guys can see it while we're on screen and all that. So, yeah, it's going to be good, man. This is the thing as well. I think what we should do is all pick an we all need to pick an Italian team that we're going to follow next season. Should we all pick an Italian team that we want to follow next season for all the watch-alongs and we follow that Italian side? Yeah. Or do I put all the names in a hat and pick one out? What should we do? Should we vote on one? Or should I put all the names in a hat and pick one out and we watch that one? Should we do that? You let me know in the chat, guys. How should we go about it next season? Should we pick a team? Or should we put all the names in a hat? Big up Daryl in the chat. How you doing, man? I ain't seen anyone in the chat. Big up Daryl. Napoli, a cup viewers are saying, yeah? Inter. I pick whoever Chiesa goes to. Bologna for me. Bun the voting, make it a hat, yeah? Shall I put all the names in a hat and just pick one out? Shall I just do that and we'll follow that team for the whole year? Have a bit of fun with it, yeah? Have a bit of fun with it. Right, let's talk about Luis Diaz. Again, we'll go into more depth about this with the Coppish boys at 10:30 on Big Up. But let's talk about Luis Diaz and what's going on with him right now. So, according to the same, by the way, this is the same journalist who pretty much spoke about Diaz coming to Liverpool in the first place, and he's got quite he's got a good relationship with Luis Diaz and his people. So, yeah, I can pretty much believe this. Right, there we go. Let me see if I can make that a bit bigger for you guys. There we go. So, translate this post. So it's Pipe Sierra. He's the guy, as I said, broke the Diaz news in the first place. He says an exclusive here. He's obviously Colombian. Luis Diaz and his entourage are upset with Liverpool's stance. They feel the club has gone back on their word once again with the player. Something similar happened before with his contract renewal and now the possibility of a transfer. So, apparently, Diaz is upset. His entourage is upset. They're all pissed off with Liverpool. Apparently, they feel like Liverpool have done them dirty a little bit here. They feel the club have gone back on their word once again. Saying once again. So, what they're basically saying here, this isn't the first time that apparently Liverpool have gone back on their word for about something to do with Luis Diaz, according to reports here. I don't know what to think about all this with Luis Diaz right now. I don't know if Liverpool know what they want to do with Luis Diaz. Liverpool's interest in renewing Luis Diaz's contract seems to have disappeared. His continuity at Liverpool, he's continuing at Liverpool is not guaranteed, and Diaz and his entourage are not happy with Liverpool. So apparently, Diaz and his entourage are a bit pissed off at Liverpool. Now, if we look at Luis Diaz's contract situation, let's have a look at Luis Diaz's contract wage here. Let's get it up on the screen. Let's have a look. Let's go on Capology. About the closest thing I can find to anything regarding wages on the internet. What we always got to remember about this sort of stuff is that it's never going to be absolutely precise. But if this could be a reason why Luis Diaz is upset. How do you go away? Advert. So as you can see here, guys, on the screen, hopefully you can see that. Luis Diaz is on 2.8 million per year. That is what Luis Diaz is on. 2.8 million per year, 55 grand a week base, and he's been on that since he signed for us. He signed that contract in 2022 and expires in 2027. He's not had an update in that contract. He's had no new bonuses in this contract. It's just 55 grand a week base. So you can understand why he might be a bit pissed off. So I can understand that. He's probably wanting a new deal. 3-year contract. 8.5 million over them 3 years. I mean, he's got plenty. No, his contract don't run out till 2027, so he's got 2 years left on his deal. Liverpool in no rush at this moment in time to sort out any kind of contract on him. Luis Diaz has a 3 years, and 8 estimated gross remaining on his contract with Liverpool. Expires on the 30th of June 2027. Luis Diaz, who is 28 years old, will earn an estimated base salary of 2.8 million for the 2024-25 season, or £55,000 a week gross, excluding bonuses, and he gets no bonuses according to Capology, as we can see there. So Liverpool are looking at it. Apparently, big up Scott in chat as well. There were reports that he was on 95 grand as well a week as well, like Tone says there, which is very true. So again, as I say, we're never going to seriously know what a person's being paid, but we can get estimates from these websites, and a lot of these websites are pretty around the ballpark figure of, like what Tone says there, 55 to 95 grand a week. He's around that ballpark figure. Now, Luis Diaz probably thinks he's a better player than that wage. I would agree. You know, getting less than 100 grand a week for a player of his quality and his age now, which is 27 years of age, 28 years of age, you would think he'd be in that £100,000 bracket. You look at Chiesa. Chiesa came to Liverpool, having bad injury records, fallen off a little bit, and Liverpool gave him around 140 grand a week, which is far more money than what Luis Diaz is on. And Luis Diaz probably feels a bit, you know what, I've done more for Liverpool than Chiesa. He's just got here and he's got more. He's earning more a week than I do. So I can understand from a Luis Diaz point of view that he feels like he's getting underpaid. He wants to stay at Liverpool, but he just feels like he needs his best value, which for footballers, I understand and get. It's a short job. You retire in your 30s and that's your profession over. So they want to make their money as quickly and as fast as possible, you know. Now, earning £55,000 a week is just life-changing money to normal, everyday people. But for Luis Diaz, he's looking at it and thinking, all right, everyone around me is getting paid more than me. He's I believe he's probably the lowest paid footballer in the starting lineup. If you put our starting lineup on paper, say our starting lineup next season, Alisson Becker, KERKEZ, Virgil, Konate, which we'll get to in a minute, Frimpong, if he plays, maybe Conor Bradley, but if Frimpong, McAllister, Gravenberch, Vert, Salah, Diaz, and whoever the new striker is, Diaz is probably on either the lowest or the second lowest, depending if Conor Bradley's playing, wage in our best starting 11. So he's probably looking at it and thinking, right, if I want to stay at Liverpool, I've got 2 years left of my deal. If you're not going to sell me, then you obviously need to give me a new contract. And if you're not going to give me a new contract, then I'm going to leave. But then Liverpool don't want to sell him. So he's pissed off. I don't blame him being pissed off. Don't blame him at all. I don't think he should be on monster money, though. I'm not sitting here going, nah, Diaz should be on monster money. I don't think so. I think Diaz should be on about 150 a week. You know, if Chiesa's on 140 a week, what's Cody Gakpo on? What's Cody Gakpo on? That's the best way of looking at this, because Cody Gakpo and him playing the same position, they play around the same amount of minutes, got the same amount of stats. Let's have a look what Cody Gakpo's on. Cody Gakpo gets 120 grand a week. So Cody Gakpo gets 120 grand a week. So Luis Diaz might be looking at it and going, you know what? I should be at least on what Cody's on. So around that 130, 40, 50 mark, probably in Diaz's career, that's probably where he's happy at. I don't think Diaz is sitting here asking for life-changing money, like over 200 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? He probably wants a little bit more than what Cody's on. And Genie was in this saying, that's a good point by Alex there. He's in exactly the same situation as Genie. Aren't giving him a pay rise to take him to age 32. We'll leave him on a free at 30. And if you look at it from a business point of view, yeah? If you look at it on a business point of view for Liverpool Football Club, right? Liverpool look at Luis Diaz and probably go, look, we don't want to sell you because you're a good player for us and and you're a really good player, but we don't want to sell you, yeah? If we do sell you, we want the market value. And whatever the market value for Luis Diaz is what Liverpool think he is, about 70 million quid, right? Or a little bit more than they bought for him. But because he's on 55 grand a week, if that is the correct wage, yeah? If he's on 55 grand a week, it's not actually a thing for Liverpool to give him a new deal if they feel like by the time he's 30, they don't mind leaving him for free. Because, well, let's be truthful here. Is Luis Diaz going to be better at 30 than he is now? People, put it in the chat. Yes or no? At 30 years of age, is Luis Diaz going to be better than he is now? Put yes or no in the chat. Because if Liverpool think that Luis Diaz is not going to be as good when he's 30 in 2 years' time, then it don't make sense for the football club to give him a new contract, does it? The football club can't just give him a new contract because he's on a low contract and is a little bit upset. That's just not how business works for it. Big up Sean in the chat. Yeah, see, look, no way. So if he's not going to be as good when he's 30, why would Liverpool give him a new contract? Big up Vel in the chat. How you doing, man? And even Vel, who's a big Diaz fan, saying, I don't know. So if you're the football club, it's pretty. If they're thinking like that, they're not quite sure. Then it's going to be Sean with the new picture. We got Sean. It's going to be hard for the club to go, right, we're going to give you 130, 140 grand a week just because you're upset. But we don't think you're going to be worth 130, 140 grand a week in 2 years' time. And then when you're 30 and you're not as good, what we going to do? Or like Vel says this, he could just be a late bloomer and he actually gets better. This is why business side of football is a bit difficult. It's not as easy as people make out. Do you know what I mean? It's not as easy as people make out. It's like, oh, just give him what he wants. Just give him that, give him this. Because we don't look at the data. Yeah, we haven't got. We are not at hand, right, sitting in front of our computer screens and looking at the data and thinking, right, he's going, the data is showing us that Diaz is going to play at a consistent level to his 32. It looks like Diaz is going to play at a consistent level to his 32, so that's given him his pay rise. We don't know because we don't know the behind the scenes stuff. We're not looking at it behind the scenes, are we? And understanding it from that point of view. But when I look at Luis Diaz, I think Luis Diaz just come off his best ever season for Liverpool since he's been here, in my opinion. And everyone knows I've never been the biggest Luis Diaz fan. But I will admit, this season he changed my mind. And I think he's been very good this season. The one thing I will say about Luis Diaz, he can play in that central striker position when needed. And I actually think Luis Diaz plays very well in that number 9 position at times for Liverpool. He's very adaptable to play over into that central area. I think he's better on Cody Gakpo at it. I think Cody Gakpo is better off the left. I think Luis Diaz is better in that position, in that central position, as he gets older, i.e. a bit like Sadio Mane. When Sadio Mane didn't quite have the legs to go around fullbacks now on that right-hand side, he went through that central position. A little younger Luis Diaz came in and did have the legs to go around the wide areas. Now it's Diaz's turn by the look of it, playing in central areas. I actually think Diaz is a very good goal scorer. I think Diaz is actually a better finisher than Cody Gakpo in the box. But I also think Cody Gakpo is a very good finisher as well. I'm not taking anything away from him. But I think Diaz is just a little bit better at finishing for me inside the box in them central areas. He's got a bit more. He's got a bit more of a. I've seen Diaz playing in central areas where he gets on the near post or the far post. He looks like he's just got a little bit more instinct about him for getting into them positions to score goals from a central position, which I like. So Liverpool might look at it on that and think, he's worth keeping because he can score goals. We can play him in left. We can play him in the central position. We can play him in 2 areas of the pitch. But then, again, as a fan, we're different to the club. As fans, we love players, yeah? We love players, we don't like players. We rate players, we don't rate players. We're different, yeah? We've got to look at it from a different point of view. As a fan, I look at it and think, Luis Diaz has come off his best season. He played off the left, he played off the central area. I think it's his best goal return this season as well. I think he stayed injury-free this season. So I would actually now, thinking about it, right? If he's upset about the contract situation, if he's upset about the contract situation, and his entourage is upset about the contract situation, which is always the problem. It's not the footballer being worried about it. It's his agents and the people around him. When the agents and the people around a footballer start to get a bit pissed off about a situation at a football club, that's usually when a player needs to leave. That's when you got to go, right, his head's going to be turned any second by the people around him. And I'm with Vel, by the way. I don't think Barcola is that much better than Diaz. I agree. The only thing Barcola's got in him is that Barcola is much younger. So you'd feel like he's got a bit of a higher ceiling because of his age. But I think they're both frustrating players. They could be brilliant one game, and then the next game they could just be frustrating. But when Diaz has just had his best season for the football club, is this the right time to sell Diaz because you're selling him at the highest value because he's just had his good season? Let me know in the chat, guys. He's just had his best goal return. He could play centre forward. He could play left wing. He's looked good all season. Injury free. Is this actually the right time to let him go? Is this actually the right time to let him go? Jamie, I'm pretty sure earlier in the season the club were willing to offer. Yeah, they were, and that's what his entourage apparently saying, that they lied to him twice. Ras, and that be nice in the chat. Big up Jan. Bro. Yeah, big up Jan in the chat. for me, 75 million I'll sell, but I think he's needed in the system, and the manager wants him to stay. And this is the thing: I don't think Arne Slot wants to let Diaz go. I don't think Arne Slot wants to let Diaz go. I think what Liverpool. I don't honestly think Liverpool want to sell Luis Diaz. But if they get a big offer for Luis Diaz, they will probably won't stand in his way if he wants to leave. If someone comes in with 70 million for Luis Diaz, 75 million, Liverpool will go to Luis Diaz, look, we've just had a bid for 75 million. We'll go accept it. You're all right with that? And they won't stand in his way. Anything lower than that, I don't think Liverpool sell. I really don't. But once Diaz's entourage is upset with the football club, that's when there's an issue. Liverpool can't have a player that's upset and his entourage and his agent and the people around him all upset at the same time, because it don't do anything for the player. It doesn't do anything for the football club. No, you need to find a situation here. Let's find a situation right now in the chat, guys. What do we do? Let me know in the chat. What would you do? Luis Diaz has 2 years left in his contract. He's 28 years of age. He's on 55 grand a week, which is not enough, yeah? If you're Liverpool right now, or just yourself, do you sell Diaz this season, or do you give him a new deal? Just put in the contract, sell or deal. In the comments, guys. Just put sell or deal. What would you do? Give him a new deal or sell him? Let's try and come up with what everyone's thinking. Let me know in the chat, man. It just says the whole atmosphere bitching on socials. It does. Ras, why get rid of Slot? Ras, man. Ras. Now Ras is all right. Ras is just doing his thing. He does this a lot. Ras is all right. Give him a pay rise. Give him a new deal. Sell. Deal for me. Jill says more like 90. What, the 90 grand a week? 90 grand a week. I'll wait until next season and see if he improves against Seville. Sell him. Never rated him, to be honest. I'm ruthless. Big up my man, Sean. Sell Diaz, buy Leal for Fun or Rodrigo Barcola. If I can't get Rodrigo or Gordon, then sell. Sell Diaz, he only wanted to use us as a stepping stone for Barca. Daryl. Plus 1 year and 120 grand a week with 55 million release clause. Interesting. Very, very interesting what you guys are saying here. There's no upgrade on him in the market. That's a big... Right, and that's the thing. What are Liverpool looking at in the market as a left winger? Mr. Slotball in the house. What are we looking at? What's in the market right now that Liverpool might go and attack? I think there's 3 left wingers, yeah? Anthony Gordon. I think I know people hate Anthony Gordon. I get it, yeah. But I'm looking at the what Liverpool, the club feel. The club love Anthony Gordon. We know this. Anthony Gordon's one. Malik Fofana's another one. Barcola's another one. And probably Leal. They're the 4. Would we all agree with that? Gordon, Malik Fofana, Leal, and Barcola. Rodrigo, maybe. I mean, Rodrigo, a 5 in. That's the 5. Right. How many of them 5 are better than Luis Diaz? I've not put Nico Williams in there because Nico Williams is apparently going to Barcelona. How many of them 5 are better than Luis Diaz right today? Not maybe in the future, but better today. That's what we've got to look at. Who's better than them today? Adiemi, no, James, no way, man. Big up. Thank you for the compliment. Malik Fofana, see, I like Malik Fofana. Malik Fofana's not a better player than Luis Diaz right now, though. Anthony Gordon, I like Anthony Gordon, but Anthony Gordon for me is not a better player than Luis Diaz right now. Barcola, I think he could be a better player than Luis Diaz in the years to come, but I think he's just as frustrating as Luis Diaz is right now. And then I think the only one is Leao, and I'm not a big Leao fan at times. I think for country he's better than he is for club at times, but there is a lot of talent with Leao. He's just a bit clumsy sometimes, but there is obviously talent with Leao. He's the only one. I mean, I'd actually like Nico Williams. So the choices again: Rodrigo, Gordon, Barcola. Who else should we say? Leao and Malik Fofana. Then 5. Yeah, you got Gittins, but I think Gittins is going to Chelsea. Yeah, the thing with Leao, as I keep saying with Leao, every time I watch Leao, the man falls over all the time. He's got his balance is way off sometimes, but I can tell there's a talent there, and he's extremely quick. So there's definitely a talent there. I just don't know any many of them are better than Luis Diaz right now. And Rodrigo's obviously the one, ain't it? I mean, I've said this many times. I don't think there's much difference between Rodrigo and Diaz apart from age. I honestly don't. I think the only difference between Rodrigo and Diaz is actually age. I think Diaz would do everything Rodrigo's done for Real Madrid. That if Diaz was there, I really do. It's an interesting one. Eze. And I like Eze. I think Eze is a really good player, yeah. But it was only from February on that Eze actually turned up. Last season he was okay. The season before that, he weren't great. And he's 27 now as well, don't forget. Big up Static in the chat, man. Much love, man. Much love. Yeah, slots after that raw pace. And do you know what? Leao has got that raw pace, and no one's really been linked that much with Leao at the moment. Yeah, big up Static, man. Much love, man. Yeah, Eze's a good player, man. Again, Eze's 27 though. I think we're going to get players like wide players then. We need to go with pacey young players. It could be right there, Eric. I mean, Eric, you could be right. Because if Nico Williams does go to Barcelona, that's the end of the dream for Luis Diaz for a while, ain't it? For a few years. That is very true, man. Fofana's quick as well. I like Fofana. The thing with Fofana, you can get him proper cheap at the moment. Proper cheap, especially if the court keeps their thing. And, obviously, Leon are going to take what's happened to them to court and try and get this all reversed and all that. But if they can't get it reversed and Leon stay relegated into League 2 in France, I don't know. Malik Fofana could be there as an opportunity. You can probably get him for 20 million quid. You can probably go and get him for 20 million quid, quite easily. Even less than that, maybe. Malik Fofana could be a good option. Look, he's not better than Diaz right now. But, in the years to come, Malik Fofana could be a blinding. Malik Fofana off the bench. Could you imagine? Can you imagine Fofana off the bench? We play Gakpo on left winger, and then in against tired legs, you bring on Fofana against tired legs with his pace and trickery. That would be a good little. That could work. Jane, question for you. Jane, question for you. 50 million for Jota or 75 million for Diaz? Who are you selling? Oh, Jota. Jota. Do you know? Oh, I think that one. Do you know what it is? Jota every day of the week. Every single day of the week. Because I can still get a versatile striker. I could let Jota go, but Diaz can play the Jota role, and then I still go and get a left winger. I let Jota go, let Diaz take over Jota's position, and then yeah. I need I can't see for shit. There you go. That's better. What do you reckon about that, Vil? What do you reckon about that? Let me know in the chat, Vil. Let Jota go. Diaz takes Jota's position in the club as a second striker, and you still buy a left winger. I'm with you. That's talk. He probably is right now. Oh, a City winning, Malcolm. A City winning. Let me know. Is City actually winning, or are they losing? What's going on? Oh, I haven't got that clip. I'm gonna have to download all my clips again, man. I've got so many downloaded. I have to get them all back up again. What's happened in the City game, man? I'm driving Jota to the airport, Joe. Yeah, look, I love Jota. I think Jota has been a very good player for Liverpool. Yeah, I'm not going to, they're 5-1 up. Who are Man City playing? Juventus, ain't it? Bloody hell. Big up Man City. 5-1 in a pre-season friendly, I like Jota. I rate Jota. I've liked him since he's been at Liverpool. He came to Liverpool and broke up the famous front three and took Bobby's position. I think we got to give Jota always respect for just doing that alone. Coming into the football club and just, smashing it up from day one. But Jota's problem's injuries. I don't think if Jota had an injury problem, we would think about selling him, would we? Would we even think about selling Jota? Would it even think about selling him if Jota wasn't injury prone? If Jota wasn't injury prone, I think Jota stays at the football club. I think we agree with that, yeah? Because he's obviously a good footballer. Big up K-Mac in the chat. Yeah, it's a salary for 65 million, hopefully. We're going to get the... I just don't know, Erling. I don't know. The Diaz thing might be quite a last-minute deal. What are we doing for likes, guys? I haven't even asked today. Got more to talk about as well yet. Got the Konate stuff to talk about in a minute as well. I like Joe, very good for injuries. Injuries have messed him up, man. Injuries have caught up to him. Unfortunately, has made him the player who he is now, but very underrated player. Yeah, I agree, man. Do I prefer Gordon over Diaz? No, not now. I did the season before, but not over like this season. I still think that the one thing I will say about Anthony Gordon, I think if Anthony Gordon came to Liverpool, he would still do very well. I think Anthony Gordon would score goals for Liverpool. I think he'd be good for Liverpool. He's just not had a great year at Newcastle, but I'd still take Diaz over him right now. As I said, Diaz is a better player than him right now. Yeah, Red Vision in the chat. And it's a shite. This game, big up. Big up to Doug as well in the chat as well. Jane, could you see Diaz dragging on? I mean, yeah. I don't think... The problem is Liverpool ain't going to be in a rush. Liverpool's business so far, the magnificent three have already come to Liverpool. It's not even July 1st yet. And we've got three of the best players in on already. Liverpool are definitely going to get a centre-back in. They're definitely going to get... Well, I don't know if they're definitely going to get a striker in at this moment in time. But I do think they're definitely going to get another centre-back in. I think there's... And if Diaz leaves... Right, here's what I'm thinking. If Diaz leaves, I don't think Liverpool buy a striker if we don't get Alexander Isak. I think it's Isak or nobody. I'm starting to have this feeling about Liverpool right now. I don't know about you guys in the chat, but I am... Big up, Luke. I'm starting to think that Liverpool are Isak or nobody right now. Do you know what I mean? If you sell Luis Diaz, I can see him getting someone like a Barcola who can play across the whole front three and go that kind of way. You know, have all that versatility in their forward line, a bit like PSG do. Because PSG don't play for striker either. They're all wingers, just playing in versatile roles that can play across the front three. I could see Liverpool doing something like that. See Liverpool playing Salah up front and, you know, Verts off the left. And I don't know, I think we can mix it up. Jamie, we need a bully Tom to get a haircut. Big up N90 in the chat as well, man. Big up to you. Yeah, I just... Yeah, I'm with Tony here as well. If you're not committed 100% to the football club, no matter what the money you're on, no matter what the contract you're on, then you should go. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a striker because I'm hoping we get Alexander Isak. But I could just see a world where if Diaz goes, they get someone might get someone like a Barcola who can play across the whole front three. Yeah, Doué is decent, man. Faris, the thing with Doué, he's what I think he's the next big superstar in the next year or so, like a Yamal. Maybe not to that level, but yeah, I just don't see. Doué leaving, but I do see Barcola leaving. I think Liverpool could buy Barcola. You know, I could see Liverpool looking at it and gone, you know, Ekitike, they all might look at and think, you know, he's too raw still. He's not ready yet. And it's a lot of money for him. Where they probably feel like a Barcola, a Cody Gakpo, a Salah and a Verts is still enough to get a lot of goals in the way that Liverpool want to play next season. So there's enough goals there. That's how Liverpool might look at it, because they might be thinking it's a certain striker or nobody right now. They don't want Liverpool might not want these players that are not ready. You know, they might look for more versatility. Apparently Slot likes versatile forwards. He likes all action forwards. He likes these wide players that can play central and you know, that can go off to the left and play through to the right and play through the middle in games and can come deep and link the play and can score goals. You know, he likes them kind of forwards. That's why what's his name? Darwin Núñez didn't get many goals. That's why when he decided to take Jota out of the team and play Luis Diaz through the middle and Cody Gakpo and Salah, that was our best front three. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But Cody Gakpo, for me, should be Liverpool's starting left winger if Diaz does go. Big up City with Super Chat. How Liverpool deal with Diaz, Ibu and a striker makes a window. How do Liverpool deal with Diaz and Ibu plus a striker makes our window? Big up, CD. I think with the Diaz stuff, they talk to him, they talk to his agent. They go, "What do you want? You know, do you want a new? What's this new contract like?" The fact that Liverpool have not sat down with Luis Diaz over a new contract with 2 years to go means it could mean that Liverpool are not interested in giving Luis Diaz a new contract. And if a good offer comes in for Luis Diaz, Liverpool will let him go. I think that's what it is. Brody, if with the Ibu stuff, I'll get to in a minute. And a striker makes our window. Yeah, it does. It does. It's interesting. It's damn well interesting, man. It's damn well interesting. Let me get this Konate stuff, because this Konate stuff is a bit mad. So obviously it came out today from a certain journalist called Santi, who, if you want to believe him or not, that's up to you. I mean, I don't. But according to him, Konate has told Liverpool that he wants to leave it for free at the end of his contract and he's not willing to sign a new one. And the news has gone all over social media today. Everyone's been getting hold of it, having their say about it, having their talking about it and all that. And now we're going to talk about it. What's this by Connier? Jamie Joyce and Oyster even confirmed it. They don't want to offer him a new contract unless you're a world class like Sarah, especially at his age. This is what I'm saying. Like Diaz doesn't fit. He's not a Salah and he's not a Virgil. You know, at 28 years of age, he's just not. I like Diaz, but he's just not them guys. He's not a superstar. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. Look, I don't trust everything you read on social media all the time, yeah. I think sometimes there's a lot of information on social media where there is a lot of truth behind the stories. But with this Konate one, how do we look at it, guys? You know, if Konate has turned around to the football club, look, I don't know what to do with Ibu. Because if Ibu has turned around to the football club and says, I don't want to sign a new contract, I want to leave after the end of my contract and leave for a free. Do Liverpool sell him this summer, or do Liverpool go, all right, you want to leave for a free next year? No problem, it's okay with us, but we want to keep you for 12 months. Are you going to give us a good 12 months? You know, is it going to be a problem? Is it going to be an issue? Is it going to be a distraction? If we all know where we stand, let's just move and go. Ibu and Konate and Virgil next season. The club knows he's going to leave at the end of the season. Everyone's happy about it. There's no problems. And you just go for one more year. You keep the best centre-back partnership in the Premier League. And you go again for one more year with Virgil and Konate as your main centre-back partnership. And at the end of that year, everyone knows Konate's leaving and it's not a problem. And Liverpool move on. So, but people will go, there's going to be a lot of fans that are not happy. You know, why does Konate not want to sign a new contract at Liverpool? What's wrong with us? How would you not, like, if I'm a Liverpool fan, obviously, you're all Liverpool fans. Most of us here are Liverpool fans, right? Why would you want to leave Liverpool right now? In all honesty, I've had even friends of mine who support rival clubs. They pretty much said to me today, it's like, why would you want to leave Liverpool right now? It makes no sense. Like, you're buying all these players in. You've obviously got a vision of how you're going to take things going forward, how you want to play going forward. Why would you? Why would you want to leave right now? I get Real Madrid is there and all that, and Real Madrid's always like the big thing. I understand it, but why would you want to go? Like, why would you want? It's crazy to me. You know, you got Virgil van Dijk is still there. You know, he's got a partner Virgil for the next 2 years at least, maybe a third year if Virgil gets another year on top of his performances are still good. I don't get why Konate, and this doesn't seem like Konate. You know, when you watch Konate play and you listen to the way Konate talks and the way he conducts himself, this seems a bit out of character for Ibu Konate. You know what these comments that have been made today. So I don't know if I completely believe them. Maybe Konate just wants. Maybe Konate just wants that. He feels like what Liverpool are offering him right now as a contract is not worth his value right now. What he is as a player, what he thinks he brings to Liverpool, which is an absolute. That's fair. That's what negotiations all about, and maybe he's upset about that. But I don't. I don't sit here and go. I can't sit here and the way Konate talks, the way he acts, the way he conducts himself. It doesn't seem that kind of guy to me. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong about it, but it just seems weird. Like this summer, you come out and say, "Yeah, I want to leave." You know, when you see what Liverpool are building this summer, defending champions, want to go for a Champions League. Now, if he wanted to go to PSG, I could hear it because he's a Parisian. It's probably his club. I get it. It would make some sense to me. Do you know what I mean? It would make some actual sense to me. But right now, I don't. I don't get it. I think Liverpool. I don't know what Liverpool have offered Konate. I literally have no idea what Liverpool have offered Konate. You know, Liverpool could have. Konate's on 75 grand a week. We must remember this, yeah? He's on small money, yeah? He's obviously wants bigger money than what he's on, and he should get more money than what he's on, right? But that's what we signed Konate up to in the first place. And to be fair to Liverpool, because I hear a lot of people saying this, Liverpool should have gave Konate a new contract like 2 years ago, right? I don't agree with that because Konate's had a lot of injuries since he's been at Liverpool, yeah? The first 2 years of being at Liverpool, he missed a lot of games. So when you miss a lot of games for injury in your first 2 years, the club are not going to give you a contract renewal or extend your contract. So it's only really this season, Liverpool, now Konate's looking at it and Liverpool looking at it, that he deserves a new contract, obviously with a year to go. So I can't blame the club. I mean, it's stupid. Like, anyone's blaming the club, that just don't make sense to me because, you know, Konate didn't prove that he was that guy in the first 2 years of his stay at this football club. And then the end of last season, let's not forget. I know people forget this quite a lot, but Kwanzaa took his spot. In Jurgen Klopp's last season, Konate lost his spot. He lost his place in the team to Gerald Kwanzaa. And at the start of this season, against Ipswich, Gerald Kwanzaa started ahead of him. And then obviously he didn't have the greatest game. Konate came in and Konate had a blinding season. So where's the club going to give him a contract renewal in them years? You know what I'm saying? It's where's the club from a club point of view? Why would they gave him an extension a few years back, 2 years back, 1 year back? Because he fell out. You know, he weren't the number one centre back for a bit. Then he had injuries the year before that, and he had his position taken. And you know, it's. So I'm not blaming the club for the Konate situation right now, yeah. But they need to get it sorted one way or the other. There's going to be three things that goes down here, yeah. Liverpool sell him this summer, right? That's one. Two, Liverpool and Konate come to an understanding that he's only going to play for one more year and he's leaving at the end of his contract. And they come to an understanding and this is his final year. And the third one is that Liverpool give him a new deal. They're the three options Liverpool got right now. That's it. Sell him this summer, come to an understanding that you're only playing for one more year and you're leaving and everyone's happy with it. And the third one, you give him a new deal. That's all the options on the table. Now, if you're going to give him a new deal, right? The commentator said that Ryan Shirky looks so heavy. Oh, God's sake! If you're going to give Konate a new deal, what do you guys in the chat think Konate's worth? What do you guys in the chat think Konate's worth a week? Let me know. What are we saying he's worth, guys? Come on. What's Konate worth a week? What are we sitting down with Konate with? What are we talking with Konate with? What are we going to give Konate? I've got a solution. Money in the bank briefcase. Diaz versus Konate. Tone said we can't keep 200k. 200k. 150. 175. 150, 175, 150 plus bonuses. You guys are all around that 150 to 200 mark. 180s, 190s, promos 180 to 200. Michael 175, Wayne 180. Big up Aussie in the chat. 200 grand a week per week should be a significant amount. I agree. Guys, if you haven't already, Aussie's just hit 500 subscribers. I've got 280 people in the chat right now. I want you guys to go and subscribe to Aussie's channel, yeah? He works really hard, yeah? He does a load of shows, especially in the evening time. He's got a very good content creator. Please go and subscribe to his channel if you've not done so already. Football Talk Podcast. If any of the moderators in the chat can please put a link in the live chat for Aussie's channel, Football Talk Podcast. Just hit 500 subscribers. I want him to get to 600 subscribers by the end of the night. There's 280 people here. Let's get him to 600 by the end of the night. Come on. Go and subscribe to another Liverpool channel. He's good at what he does. Yeah, he's on 75 grand a week right now. So doubling that would be 150. That's 100% like increase or whatever it is. Caffey's like, get rid. Big up Caff. 170 grand, 140, 150 with bonuses sounds fair to me. Hopefully Konate stays. Can't have too many changes up in one season. I agree as well. That's why I want Konate to stay next season. Trouble is, if we give him 200k, most of the first team will be knocking on the door for a rise. Yeah. I wouldn't go any further. There you go. There it is, guys. Please go and hit that link to Aussie's channel, guys. The Football Talk Podcast. Big Liverpool fan. Loads of Liverpool content. Please, 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 just hit 500 subscribers. Go over there. Subscribe. Let's get to 600 subscribers so we can. I'd absolutely love it if this fan base, this community, we help other people. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what communities in this club do. Arsenal fans, all they do is argue and bitter. Liverpool fans in the Liverpool communities on YouTube, we help out each other. That's what we do around here. We help out everyone. So please go and subscribe to Aussie's channel. Let's get him to 600 subscribers tonight. Let's go. Changed my mind. 150 says Colin. It's not worth more than McAllister. I hear you. The rumour comes from the most reliable source of all the Diaz stuff, to be fair. Is it that Pip Sierra, whatever his name is? He's the guy, the Colombian guy who did everything about telling us that Luis Diaz was coming to Liverpool in the first place. He's the closest journalist to Luis Diaz you could probably get. So he's reliable. There you go. Just go and sub over, man. There you go. Go and subscribe, man. We got the greatest. I'm telling you, the Liverpool community is the best community on YouTube in football. Man United fans are all in the mud and depressed. Chelsea fans are all arguing amongst each other. Arsenal fans all hate each other. Liverpool community on YouTube. We all love each other. We all help each other. We share things. Yeah, this is what we do over here, yeah? Go and share and subscribe, man. Share and subscribe. That's what we're doing around here. Does anyone think Konate's world class? This is one I like to get from you guys. Does anyone think Konate's world class as a centre back? Is Konate a world class centre back? Is he a world class centre back? This is an interesting one. Is he a world class centre back? So I'm not sure he is. Right, I've pinned Ozzy's link. So the pinned link at the top of the live chat is to Ozzy's channel. Go and subscribe to it, man. Go and subscribe to it. It's pinned at the top of the chat. It's easy to do. You press that, opens up a new tab, go straight to his channel, press subscribe, close down the thing, come back to the show. Easy to do, man. Easy to do. No. He's one step away from world class. No, not yet. No. Potential's there, definitely. He's not too rash sometimes. No, nowhere near world class. No. Pure defender, yes. On the ball, not really. Just underneath world class, I agree. He's world class partner for Virgil van Dijk. Promo knows where I'm going with this. Virgil makes him look good enough times. Virgil makes me. I could play with Virgil, to be fair, and I could look quality. I'll get a better question. Where do you rank Konate in the world's best centre backs? And this is the thing. So, this Konate situation, why I ask, is he world class? I think Virgil van Dijk and Konate as a partnership is world class, right? As a partnership is world class. If I take Virgil out on his own, Virgil is world class. If I take Konate out on his own, I don't think Konate is world class. I don't think Konate. I've watched Virgil van Dijk partner Joe Gomez, Kwanzaa, Konate, Matip, and whoever else, Jordan Henderson, Bobby, whoever you want to stand alongside Virgil. Virgil is still Virgil. I don't think Konate is that leader or world-class centre-back just yet. But he's still young. This is the thing. For centre-backs, you usually peak around, 28, 29, 30. That's when you peak. So Konate's still young enough that he will be world-class eventually, in my opinion. But right now, I don't think he's world-class. But they're a world-class partnership. And that's why I keep saying I don't want Konate to leave this year, even if we know for certain that he's going to leave at the end of the year. If us as a fan base, find out Konate's leaving at the end of the year, Liverpool are happy with it, Konate's happy with it, but he's going to play for the next 12 months because Liverpool want to try and go back for back next season. I'll be all right with it because I've got a world-class partnership there. Konate will have his head on. I ain't worried about that. World-class partnership. Don't want to break it up. It gives us then 12 months to find a proper world-class centre-back to come in to partner Virgil for the following season. So as an individual, he's not world-class, but as a partnership, they are world-class. And I will show you, Virgil and Kwanzaa together as a partnership are not world-class. Virgil and Gomez together as a partnership are not world-class. But Konate and Virgil together are world-class, even though that individual himself isn't world-class. And I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. It's not a diss at the player. I don't think there's many world-class centre-backs in the world right now, if I'm totally honest. I think there's a lot of very good centre-backs, a lot of top-end centre-backs. But in all honesty, guys, how many world-class centre-backs legitimately is there in the world right now? How many world-class centre-backs? And again, this doesn't mean Konate's not good. Konate, for me, is a top 10 centre-back in the world right now. He's just not a world-class centre-back. Sitting there, how many world-class centre-backs legitimately can people say are around the world right now? That's all I'm saying. It might be two. It might just be Bastoni and Virgil, you know. Might be it. I don't think there's a lot. I think Konate's top 10 centre back in world football, by the way. Without a question. For me, he's top 10 centre back in world football. So I'm not going to dismiss Konate in that way at all. I think he's a tremendous defender. He's just not world class, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Is Konate better than Joel Matip? Is Konate better than Joel Matip as a defender? Yes or no? Because I think Joel Matip goes pretty under the radar. I ain't gonna lie. I think Joel Matip goes quite under the radar as centre backs. I don't think Joel Matip gets the flowers he deserves. I think Joel Matip was a sensational defender. Absolutely sensational. I don't think Konate's got to Joel Matip's level yet, but I think he will do. That's why I'd love Liverpool to give him a new contract. No one said he was rubbish, my friend. We all rate Konate highly. Yeah, we all rate Konate highly. I just said Konate is top 10 centre backs in the world. We all rate Konate highly, man. This is the thing. Do you know what it is? When we talk about footballers, yeah, when people have got favourite players, yeah, because Konate does have a soft spot. There is a soft spot for Konate in our community, yeah, in the Liverpool community, and I understand it, yeah. But when we talk about players, it doesn't mean we hate that player, we think that player's shit, or we think that player's dog turd, or anything like that. We like Konate. I think Konate is a fabulous footballer, tremendous footballer. As I said, top 10 centre back in the world right now. I just don't think he's world class at the moment, but he has the potential to become world class. As I said, it's not at his peak years yet. That's why I want Liverpool to give him a new deal. I've said this many, many times. Liverpool should give him, if he's asking for 200 grand a week, give him 200 grand a week. I honestly don't believe Konate is worth more than 200 grand a week right now. Let's face it. Virgil was on 200 grand a week, 180 to 200 grand a week when he came to Liverpool. And Virgil's already better than what Konate is, right? So Konate can go on what Virgil used to be, 200 grand a week. And I think that's a fair wage. I really think that's a fair wage. I think that's a fair wage for Konate. I don't see nothing wrong with 200 grand a week. Yeah, Iber might have it, Van Dijk, Bastoni, Rudiger. I think that's a fair wage for him. I think it makes him one of the highest paid centre-backs in the Premier League. It's obviously not going to be on Virgil money. He shouldn't be on Virgil money at all. And I think Konate, look, I think Konate would know that as well. So, yeah, I know you know, I know people got a soft spot for Konate, and sometimes it's a hard discussion to have. But again, I rate Ibu. I'm not, but the thing is, I won't lose a lot of sleep if Ibu leaves either. And I know that sounds awful. I didn't want Virgil going anywhere because Virgil's my guy. I just think everything about Virgil is just at the highest standard in football, you know. And I think it'd absolutely break us when Virgil does go, because the standard of football of Virgil is just out of this world. But I wouldn't lose sleep if Virgil left. And I know if Konate left, sorry. If Konate left tomorrow, I wouldn't lose sleep on it. And here's the thing. If Mark Gahey comes to Liverpool, yeah, I know a lot of people look down on Mark Gahey. I actually think he's a very good player. He's better on the ball than Ibu. For me, Mark Gahey's better on the ball than Ibu. Mark Gahey can even play defensive midfield. He's played there a few times because he's good on the ball. So Mark Gahey's better on the ball than Ibu is. I don't know if he's a better defender at the moment than Konate, but I don't think there's a lot in it. But people will go mad at that because I don't think people rate how good Mark Gahey actually is. This is the issue. People are not going to rate how good that guy actually is. I don't think he's better than Ibu right now, but I think there's a 2-year age gap, maybe a year age gap between them, where I think Mark Gahey could catch up and take his game to the next level. I like Mark Gahey. If we bring Mark Gahey to the football club, I think he's a tremendous defender. I really do. Like Konate is a tremendous defender. Yeah, Mark Gahey, I think, is 24, I think. But I just wouldn't... I don't think... If Liverpool are offering him 200 grand a week and he's not accepting it... Right, here you go. Live chat. If Liverpool are offering Konate 200 grand a week, yeah, and he doesn't accept it, do you sell him tomorrow? Yes or no? If Konate's not accepting 200 grand a week, we're doing this hypothetically. You know, we don't know this to be an absolute true story or anything like this. We're just sort of making shit up here, really. But if Konate was offered 200 grand a week and he said no, do you sell him tomorrow? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Let me know, man. I think we could, yeah. I think Gahey's a tremendous centre-back. I think, because he played for Crystal Palace, I don't think people were seeing it. A lot of people are saying sell him, yeah. No, Milk is last year, let him leave for a free. I'm with you, Promo. I think winning the league, look, what we got to remember, guys, winning the Premier League or Champions League is more financially, it's financially better for Liverpool than selling Konate. You're going to get, Liverpool will get more money winning a Premier League or a Champions League next season by keeping Konate and letting go for a free than selling Konate today, if that makes sense. Could refuse to leave. That's the only problem when they got a 1 year left, man. That's the only problem. So, guys, listen up. Got 270 people still in the house. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much. Make sure you're hitting the like button and getting this over to 200 likes. In 10 minutes' time, in 15 minutes' time, or 13 minutes' time, we are going over to Big Up for Vibes with Coppish. Make sure you are getting over there in 13 minutes' time, guys. Why am I editing the stream? I don't know. All right, let me put the link in the live chat. The link is going in the live chat right now. The link is in the live chat right now, guys. Link is in the live chat right now. And it's pinned at the top. I have pinned the link at the top of the live chat. We are going over to Vibes' Coppish on Big Up in 10 minutes' time. Me, myself, Callum, and Drifty. I don't think Matt is available. Matt might be available because he just did the watch along. I'm not sure. But myself, Cal, and Drifty will all three of us will be over there in 10 minutes' time. We have got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about Harvey Elliott. We'll carry on talking about this Diaz situation because I want to hear what Drifty and Cal have to say. The Konate situation as well and what Liverpool are going to do in this transfer market. So, lots to do, man. Lots to do. So make sure you get over to my Big Up channel. And don't forget K-Mac is on as well. So make sure you get yourself over to K-Mac's channel as well. Open up 2 tabs. Watch both people, guys, at the whole time. But the link is pinned in the live chat. Make sure you get over there in 10 minutes' time, guys. With myself, Callum and Drifty, talking everything about Diaz, Konate, Going to cover Harvey Elliott as well. This striker position, is Isaac really coming? Loads to talk about. There's bound to be an argument or two. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I think Matt's busy. I think it's his nan's birthday, so they might be doing something this evening, if I remember rightly. Happy birthday to Matt's nan. I know we have to say that. Big happy birthday to Matt's nan. So make sure you're getting over, guys. Hitting that link, going over there, subscribe to the channel. Quickly, thoughts on Elliott versus Jones on Twitter. Very strange. Oh, we always get that, Val. We always get that. I think Harvey Elliott's got a higher ceiling than Curtis Jones, though. I will say that. I will say that. Right, guys. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much. I'm going to end this stream now, and I'll see you over there in 10 minutes on my Big Up channel.